Hey everybody, Wheezy here, Wheezy's Bitchin' Kitchen, and today, what are we making? Soup! Yep, gonna make some soup. So the first thing you do is you want to roast your bones. Now I had 2 large beef bones, I had a couple of chicken carcasses, and I bought some turkey legs, some fresh turkey legs. So I had 2 big guys. Put those in the oven, roasted at 400 for about 30 minutes. Don't forget to add the apple cider vinegar. You drizzle that on top, and that'll help pull the collagen from the bones. And yeah, throw any remnants of veggies if you want, like celery, carrots, onion tops, pepper tops. Usually I'll keep those frozen and I'll just pop them in there. Or sometimes I will just wait and put them into my Instapot. So this is the big guy. I've got the Duo Plus Instapot, and I put my distilled water in here with my veggies. You have a max line that you have to do it for, and there is a soup broth setting. But when I do this, I'll let it do. It's always 4 hours, and I'll put the temperature on low. You want to put the pressure cooker on low as well. You want everything to take its time so that it gives the chance for the bones to almost disintegrate when you're putting them in there. And I keep adding. You can add more time if you want, so I just keep doing that. So I had my bones in here with my my veggie stock, whatnot, that I had thrown in for about 6.5 hours. So this is the broth that I have after I've strained it. That's the fat on top, and I'm going to keep that. I'm going to get ready to saute my veggies. So I already did all my chopping. I used 2 large carrots, chopped them, and I got about 4 stalks of celery in here. I got 1 large onion, and remember, it's always good to cut your onions and your garlic beforehand to let them sit so they have a chance to release their enzymes. Another tip with the garlic is I put it in a little bit of my rosemary infused oil, and I'm going to let that sit. I'm not going to add it till the end because you don't want to throw. Once you cook it, it loses its enzymes. So it's best if you add it towards the end. And if you're gonna cook it on low heat and not for very long. So I got this doing its little thing in here. So the other thing I have is that today I'm going to use kasha, which is buckwheat. It's gluten free. It's very high in fiber. I've never used this particular kind. Usually I use just buckwheat, but this is the kasha, which is they've roasted them. So yeah, they're like little little balls. Actually, they're more like little pyramids. So they kind of like rice. You can use it in anything. You can make a cereal with it instead of oatmeal, which is it's more nutritious. There's no gluten, which you don't need all that stuff in your body. And you can use it for soups, salads. If you want to like cook it and then sprinkle some on top, it's another way of adding fiber to your diet, which helps lower your cholesterol, keeps your weight regular, and keeps your glucose levels level as well. So, and here I have my meat, and because I use different bones, you can see the different colors. The dark is the beef meat, the other dark meat is from the turkey, and the lighter one is the chicken. So, nice little mishmash going on. Okay, I know, you're gonna ask, what the heck is that? Well, those are the bones that I used, and I cleaned them all out, scrubbed them really good, and I was thinking, don't they look like tree trunks? So maybe I could do something with that. I'm not sure what yet, but I'm going to do a little research on what to do with them. I think I should boil them in something to kind of make sure there's no germs or whatever bacteria in there. I'm not sure, but anyways, yeah, try to see if I can incorporate that in a craft. I know. My crafty side is coming out all of a sudden. I couldn't resist. I had to keep them. So I got my pot heated up, slowly coming to the right temperature. I'm going to add my vegetables in there other than my garlic. But in the meantime, I was boiling some ginger, and I was looking through my fridge, and I found I had some lemongrass that I didn't use from last time. So I made myself a pot of tea. I added some turmeric powder. I've got ginger in there, and little couple slices of lemon. I just added them at the end because I don't like how the lemons make it taste bitter. And I threw in my lemongrass, so that should make a very interesting tea for later. And I like to combine my ginger turmeric tea with my sage, horsetail, tulsi mixture together. And one's red, one's yellow, so when I mix it together, it's quite nice. And it's lots of nutrients in there. It's very satisfying to drink. So I know I'm going to get my veggies and throw these in the pot now. So I'm going to cook these down till they're pretty tender, and then I'm going to add the garlic towards the end and my broth, and I'm debating whether or not I'm going to add some canned tomatoes. So we'll see, but I know this thing needs a lot more salt, so we're going to do that now, and I'm using Celtic salt, but it has such a really rich flavor. It's going to be a delicious soup. A little bit of pepper. I'll let that cook a little bit, and then yeah, we'll keep up with you in a minute. I'm back. So I got all my veggies simmered, and they're not fully cooked, but I like to have a little crunch in my veggie a little bit, you know. So I got that going. I decided I am going to add some tomatoes. So I'm not sure if I'm going to add the whole can because that's a lot of broth, and I don't know if it's all going to fit. But you know, if you don't use up all the tomatoes, throw them in a Ziploc. Take the air out of it, flatten it out, stick it in your freezer. I do this all the time. And when you need tomatoes for anything, you just kind of break the bag in half and then take out a piece and you're good to go. So I kind of like doing it that way. So I'm adding, it's about half a can of tomatoes. I'm going to pour this in very carefully. There. I decided to put on the bib since I don't have an apron at the moment because it never fails. I'm always wearing my stock, my soup, my spaghetti sauce whenever I'm cooking. It's a no-brainer. Okay, wish me luck. Wish me luck. Stand back. So far, so good. Oh, yeah, baby. I think we're going to get it all in there. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to get a squeegee and get all the fat out of here. And I'm also going to add some kidney beans. Yeah. So this is slowly getting a little hotter now, and the fat's just going to kind of melt in there. I'm going to add the meat. The meat, mainly because of the meat. So this is going to be a nice hearty soup. It's going to have a lot of protein in it from the beef broth and the meat itself. With the kidney beans, that's another one. There is a little bit of protein in the Kamut buckwheat. So, okay, I'm going to turn that up a little bit. We got that. So it's going to be hearty. I'm going to bring some to my brother. He's not well, so who doesn't like a nice homemade with bone broth soup when you're sick, right? So I'm going to get this going, and once it starts to boil, I'm going to wait for the end before I add my kidney beans because I don't want them to get too mushy. And there it is. You have yourself a beautiful soup. Fête à la Louise. Well, I'll talk to you later. We'll see what's cooking next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.